Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for Studio 512. A former Texas Longhorn and Kansas City Chiefs linebacker, Derek Johnson, has joined forces with his better half, Brittany, and the couple has just released their first children's book called Super DJ Saves Field Day. Derek joins us now in the studio to tell us more about the message behind this story and how athletics has shaped the way that he approaches giving back. And we're happy to have him. Nice to have a little celebrity in this studio. Derek, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, you've just written this little children's book. You said a lot of work, a lot of effort, starting about 1 or 2 years ago, and it's just gotten out there on shelves. So tell us what this book is about.
Man, Super DJ Saves Field Day is it's one of those things that's near and dear to my heart. Me and my wife were thinking, man, we're in the philanthropy world. Why not give the kids something that they can be proud of and give them a lot of wisdom in this book? So this book is about Super DJ is a dad turned hero who helps kids overcome challenges. Just whatever challenges that they have throughout school or whatever, and just to help them to find their own superpowers by working hard and doing their best. So there's a lot of interactions in here that allows them to have more character, have more humility, be able to handle bullies, face their fears. I put it all in this book so they can really hone in on how to be good boys and good girls.
Well, and I'm so glad that you brought up several of your talking points, because it's not about being the best, which was the expectation for you growing up and achieving, your pro NFL dreams. It's their best. And so can you talk to me about kind of the emotional support that you're trying to give through this book?
Man, in this book, Super DJ is their encourager. He's their cheerleader. He's on their side. He's rooting for them, and just making sure that they know that their best is enough. Like, if you put your best foot forward, and sometimes your best is third place, right? Sometimes your best is a B+ on a test. That's your best. You can be proud of that. And just knowing that everybody's best looks a little bit different, but as long as you put your best foot forward, man, you can be very proud.
Get out there and try. Okay, I want to hear about why you and Brittany, decided to write this story. And between you, 6 kids, so you are parents a couple times over. Talk to us about what you wanted to teach young people in this book.
Well, having 6 kiddos is a big deal for our family, and just knowing,
hats off, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's very busy at the Johnson house, but I tell you what, we love kids, and being in the philanthropy world, you got to cater to kids. You have to. They're the new generation. They're the generation that's going to go forward, and they're going to change things. So why not, if we have that influence, why not give them all the wisdom that we can, and just to usher and guide them the right way. And me and my wife, we work tirelessly on this book to make sure we put the right wisdom in there so kids can just look to this as a guide on how to behave in school and out of school.
And still have fun while they're reading it.
Absolutely.
I have a feeling that this character might be inspired by someone in this room. I'm not convinced you have a cape at home, but it's got to feel good for, the dad to be the one to swoop in and say, hey, I've got some great life advice, because not always do kids want to listen to mom and dad.
Absolutely. This does help the kiddos to say, hey, daddy was a big deal, especially my little kids. I have to kind of convince them to tell them, hey, Daddy was pretty big time back in the day. I got a Superman tattoo for a reason. So it's kind of cool to see their faces light up and see themselves and relate to this book. It's kind of cool.
Absolutely, and I didn't know about the Superman tattoo, so that's a nice tie-in as well. All right, of course, folks are seeing you in a certain shade of orange this morning, of course, representing UT for the rest of time. Talk to us a little bit about your career in football. You told me you wanted to start from a very young age.
I did. I was one of those kids that you say, hey, Derek, what do you want to be when you grow up? professional football player. A lot of kids say that, right? And then when you have the opportunity to actually make it happen, and I was fortunate enough to be a parade All-American in high school, and then have the opportunity to play for Mac Brown at the University of Texas. I won a bunch of awards, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, Nagurski Award winning, which is the best defensive player in the nation, Buckets Award, which is the best linebacker in the nation. I was first round picked to the Kansas City Chiefs in 2005.
Yes, go Chiefs!
Yeah,
Sorry to let that slip, everybody. Go
played 13 years for them, and I'm the all-time leading tackler in Chiefs history. So God has really blessed me to have a great influence, and this is why I do philanthropy work. This is why I make children's book. This is why I'm here on this earth, to serve that purpose.
Oh, it's wonderful. And after that time in KC, you decided to come back. You're originally from Waco, but you guys have settled now here in Austin. We're thrilled to have you, by the way.
Thank you so much.
And you've started the Defend the Dream Foundation, and it's focusing on literacy equity. Will you talk to me about what that piece means?
Yeah, my foundation, Defend the Dream Foundation, caters to inner city kids through education. So low-income areas, Title I elementary schools, we go in and we do library makeovers, and we patent the name of DJ's Discovery Den. So we have 6 here right now. We'll have 7 in October. So each semester we do a DJ's Discovery Den. And
look at how cool that is.
Yeah, nice paint on the wall. I mean, functional furniture, and then over 1,000 age-appropriate books for these kids. And I tell you what, man, this is something that's really dear to my heart. My mom's a school teacher for over 40 years. So when you talk about where do I get the passion from, I know education and literacy is the key to their success, and philanthropy is what we do.
Absolutely. That changes the trajectory of kids' lives,
really
the amount
does.
of reading that they can do, and we want to keep them engaged and interested in it. I want to tell people at home, it's about $60,000 to overhaul one of those libraries.
Right. That is so correct. And when you have Kendra Scott and Giant Noise, and you got Morgan Stanley, you got a bunch of people in Austin just all pouring in because they know how important education is. So yeah, $60,000 for each DJ's Discovery Den, and we're on our 7th one in the last 3 years.
I was going to say, who is number 7? Who's about to receive?
Palm Elementary.
Palm Elementary.
Yes,
Good
Palm
for
Elementary.
you, Palm Elementary. But of course, we'll be looking for the 8th after that.
Absolutely.
So how can we support your charitable?
Absolutely. DerekJohnsonFoundation.org. That's where you can go if you want to donate. If this touches your heart and you have a purpose for kids to learn and have more books in their libraries, especially Title I elementary schools, DerekJohnsonFoundation.org, and you can help.
Sounds good to me. Derek, not only congratulations on everything you've accomplished, but thank you so much for giving back.
Thank you, Rosie.
All right. Learn more about supporting Derek's Defend the Dream Foundation at DerekJohnsonFoundation.org, like you heard him say. And you can order a copy of his brand new book, Super DJ Saves the Day, at SuperDJSavesFieldDay.com.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Children's Center of Austin. The Children's Center of Austin is celebrating their 20th anniversary. That is 20 years of creating a love of learning early in children, as well as caring, educating, and being a part of the Austin Westlake community. I'm joined now by Head of Schools Ashley DeLorenzo to tell us all about it. Hey, it looks like you got some fun stuff happening here.
We do. We're super excited today to be celebrating this milestone for us, so I appreciate y'all being here with us to celebrate.
So tell us more. What 20 years is a long time. What would you say has been the most meaningful part of watching your school grow over this time?
I'd say just the meaningful part. I technically haven't been here for the full 20 years, but personally 15, and it has definitely just grown. I've served a lot of many hats here, from being a teacher, a mom, and then just leading the leadership team, now. So it's been truly meaningful and inspirational just to kind of be a part of this team and this family and community that we've really built here.
What sets the Children's Center of Austin apart from other early childhood programs?
I would say it's just our ability, our innovative program that we've really created. The curriculum that we have here is designed by us, created with us and our team itself. So they're engaged and engulfed in curriculum through different aspects of our school all day long. We have a STEM room, a library, a pool, right behind us.
I love that.
So summertimes it's a hit here. So I think that's what really sets us apart, and just our families that have grown with us. Being in Austin and being a family-owned local business, it's rare these days. So I think that's truly what sets us apart.
What role would you say your staff has in, building the culture and success of CCOA over these years?
They're truly the heart of CCOA for sure. We have a great foundation, but it really comes from our teachers. Some of our teachers have been here for years, even decades. Oh, wow. We have a great chef here at our school who's been here from the very beginning. So our staff is truly what brings it all together for them. It's not just a job for them. They are loved and cared on every single day by these children, and they just pour that right back into the children. So we invest a lot in their professional growth and their curriculum, just as much as they invest their time into these children and their education. Our mission and our core values aren't changing. Our who we are in the community isn't changing at all. It's just like making sure people can still trust us and know who we are and build a stronger foundation in our teachers and the early childhood education program too.
Well, I have to congratulate you on 20 years.
Thank you so much.
Really
We're
impressive.
very excited.
So I'm excited to see what happens on what's on the horizon here for CCOA.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. We're excited for it.
Absolutely. Well, you can learn more about the Children's Center of Austin and their finest quality of childcare and education, plus their 20th anniversary by visiting childrencenterofaustin.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Children's Center of Austin.
Welcome back. Okay, kids are back in school, but stay with me. It's not too late to take advantage of less traffic, lower prices down at the coast. Kristen Finan from Austin Travels Magazine is here with some suggestions for Port Aransas, one of my favorite Texas spots, and I know one of hers.
Absolutely.
Kristen, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I know why Port A, but why don't we tell everybody at home why Port A is a great choice?
Okay, I love Port A. I've been going there for years and years, and any time of year is great. But it's a 4-hour drive to get there, less than actually from Austin, and I think fall is just the ideal time to explore this tiny little quintessential beach town.
It has a lot of fun little bits and things to do, but I would say the fact that we're less than 4 hours away from a beach is a fantastic thing, and fall, which gets cold for everybody else, is finally an appropriate temperature for us to be out there.
That is exactly right, because I mean, you think of it, maybe go to the beach in the summer. Some people like to go in the spring for spring break, but the fall timing and the beach, it all clears out. I mean, Port Aransas is so much fun because it is this beach town. It's like rent a golf cart. Don't worry about the car. Don't worry about sand in the car. Just get your shovels, get your buckets, and just head down, when nobody's there. You have it
your
to
kids
yourself.
are just having a ball.
They are.
They're having fun. Okay, where would you suggest on where to stay? My husband and I usually find some sort of an Airbnb. And it's different every time, and it can be kind of a win-loss game.
Exactly. Yeah, you really kind of have to read the reviews and see, but there's a relatively new complex called Lively Beach, and it's small. It has a beautiful pool. It's kind of on the far end, closer to Corpus Christi.
Okay.
What I really love about it is there's this beautiful boardwalk, so it's direct beach access. You don't have to worry about driving. And then also walkable, just right next to it is J.P. Luby Surf Park, and that is a jetty where you can pretty much be guaranteed to see dolphins. So it's so much fun. You can go fishing there or go see what people are pulling up, and then also just kind of know there's a really good chance you're going to see dolphins, which is so much fun.
And it doesn't matter how old you are, seeing dolphins is awesome. Okay, food and drink, lots of options.
Yes. So this past time, I don't know why, but we were on a mission for crab claws. My kids, I love seafood. They don't really, but they were obsessed with finding crab claws. So we found a restaurant called Castaways that I hadn't been to before. And they were very excited, and we had a very lovely, expensive meal having crab claws. I was like, this is an expensive thing for us.
It is.
If we have 8 of us enjoying it, but no, it's so much fun. And it's also like so great because there's a lot of deep sea fishing there. And so many of the places will cook your catch. So we have like another place called Finn's that we love. It has gluten-free options. It's right on the water. It's right next to a pirate boat. So that's really fun to see who's coming and going on the pirate boat. But you can take your catch and they'll cook it up, and you can take it, back to the apartment, back to the Airbnb, and enjoy it for several more days.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Something that's so fresh that just isn't a possibility anywhere else other than the coast.
Yes, and you don't have to deal with it at all yourself.
Yeah, As a busy mom, that's a big plus there too. I just wanted to also mention stingrays, the gaff, is that what it's called? Okay, Virginias, and then you mentioned fins. All right, let's talk about what to do, because you've got a range of ages that you're trying to cater to. It might just be an adults only getaway, but there are a lot of things to do still.
Yes, for sure. So my kids are between the ages of 9 and 16. But it's funny because every time we go, I'll think one thing might be geared to one of them, and then the others love it. You know, so I thought sandcastle building would be fun to learn. We took a lesson. I thought
a lesson?
Yes, there's a guy called Port Aransas Sandcastle Guy, literally. Like, if you Google him, and he'll come out and tell you all of like the secrets. And the way he teaches you is really like an art form. It's like you have to use the sand almost like clay, and he has tools and shows you how to use like plastic utensils, but take out the middle of the fork to make it like you can do the designs on the castles. It is actually really intricate, like artwork. And my 16-year-old fell in love with doing it. So like every time I'm like, oh, this will be great for the younger ones, the other ones will love it. But that's like one thing that we found that was such a joyous thing, you know.
Port Aransas Sandcastle Guy.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
my brother and
awesome.
sister-in-law had like seahorses being made in the sand at their beach wedding, and I remember thinking that is an art form, quite frankly.
Yes.
But real fun to play around with, and
so fun.
So you know, fleeting.
Yes.
Don't worry, it's not going to stick around for long. You can fix your mistakes.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about what else you could do. You could do one of those deep fishing cruises, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So there are a ton of options. I've done like 8-hour snapper cruises and like the really intense ones, but there's shorter ones. And then if you really just want to have like a boat option but not go fishing, there's also an island called St. Joe.
I haven't heard of St. Joe before.
It is so fun. So you just go down to where the main wharf area, and there's a ferry boat that takes you 10 minutes across. But it's like total night and day from what the beach looks like in Port A. It's like white sand, clear water. We were there once, and like hundreds of sand dollars were washing up.
Whoa.
Like, it's just something about it being like somewhat removed that it's so beautiful, and it's a private island. So you just go for the day, you can pack your lunch, bring your fishing poles, and then you go back in the evening, and it's super special.
And a nice way to save money after you've just spent it all on crab claws.
Yes, another beach day, but at a different beach. Yes.
That's right. Packed lunches for today, everybody.
Yes.
And then, of course, you're going to be talking to my heart here. Let's talk about shopping.
Yes, okay. So, I mean, you always are going to have the souvenir shops. There's lots of giant sharks you can pose in front of and go get your shark tooth necklace and your airbrush t-shirt. But there's also lots of excellent shopping, amazing boutiques. We found some of the cutest souvenirs and gift items while we've been there. And then also amazing furniture stores. So I actually bought a piece last time we were there, like a bench from a place called Sita that was just beautiful.
Okay, all right. Furniture may be a place to escape. Use Port A as an excuse. Go down there.
Yeah. You don't have to tell everybody exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And then just real quickly in our last 10 seconds, your September issue is coming up. Fall stuff?
Yes, we're going to have fall festivals, pumpkin patches, all the good stuff that so many of us are looking forward to. I know you are too.
Yeah, my favorite season of the year. I can't wait. Okay, Kristen, thank you so much. All right, follow along with all things travel and plan your trip in Texas or beyond with AustinTravels.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by AARP. Hey, did you know Social Security is celebrating its 90th anniversary this month? And AARP is celebrating its legacy while continuing the fight to protect the payments you've earned. A new AARP survey shows that 96% of Americans, that's almost everybody, say Social Security is important. Rosalinda Martinez, Interim State Director of AARP Texas, is here to tell us more. Rosalinda, many AARP members and older adults that you work with receive Social Security. What can you tell the folks at home about the importance of it?
Thanks for having AARP here with you. As you mentioned, 90 years ago, the Social Security Act was signed into law, and this became, a program that is here to help hardworking Americans ensure that they have the financial security that they deserve. And in 90 years, Social Security has never missed a payment. Can you believe that?
That's impressive.
That's a big milestone. And so for us, we're just here celebrating this big milestone, but also ensuring that we educate everyone about why it's so important to continue advocating for the program.
All right, Rosalinda, we've heard a lot about changes to customer service at the Social Security Administration this year. What are you hearing from older adults?
Well, we know there's been a lot of chaos and confusion as it relates to the Social Security Administration this year. So some of the things that we have been hearing is the changes in customer service as it relates to phone calls. We want to make sure that, people are able to get someone on the other line and be able to talk to them about signing up for benefits, if they have questions about their benefits, and ensuring that they get the much deserved customer service that they deserve. AARP will continue to fight on behalf of older Americans and ensure that that is the case.
Who does AARP serve?
AARP serves older Americans, but really the entire family. It's important for us as we think about Social Security, again, the benefits. And when you look at survivors' benefits as well, and not just for retirement, but again, that's why it's such an important issue for everyone in the household.
What are y'all doing with AARP Texas to mark the anniversary of Social Security? You guys are throwing some celebrations.
That's right. And in the state of Texas, we do things big. And so we had 8 celebrations across, as we get close to August 14th, which is the exact 90th anniversary. And so we kicked it off here in Austin, where the first Social Security office was based.
Wow.
From the whole country. This is where the first Social Security office was.
Well, thank you for the celebrations. Lots of fun. And thank you for what it is you do for older Americans and their families. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Learn more about AARP's fight to protect Social Security by going to aarp.org/weearnedit. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by AARP. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Bergstrom International Airport's food and retail program, Beats, Bites, and Flights. You don't have to leave Austin flavor behind when you're traveling through AUS. Today we're highlighting 2 local spots that are legends here in Austin, serving up iconic eats and bold sips. It's Rudamaya Coffee and Thundercloud Subs. General Manager Lauren Cantu is here to tell us more. Lauren, if you wouldn't mind, let's start by talking about Thundercloud. You guys are celebrating a big year this year.
Yeah, 50 years. We've been in Austin starting in 1975. Now we've grown into more than 20 locations, not just here in Austin, but in the greater Austin area as well.
You talk about it being an Austin institution, and it truly is. So can you tell me about how y'all support Austinites at Thundercloud?
Working with Thundercloud over 10 years, not just in the airport, but outside the airport. Worked with many musicians. We love to employ musicians, artists, all types of creative people. Every Thanksgiving, we have the turkey trot where over the past 30 years, we've raised over $5 million for Caritas of Austin.
I want to talk to you about some of your fan favorite subs, because I've got what I just ordered, a turkey and cheese.
Oh yeah, California Clubs also like probably our #1 seller. It's avocado, turkey, bacon. Can't go wrong there. My personal favorite is probably the Austin Club. It's smoked chicken. It's really similar, but it's smoked chicken and avocado bacon.
We've talked a lot about the eat side. Let's get into Rudamaya Coffee, especially because I want to talk about the fact that Rudamaya really has a mission behind its purpose. Talk to me about that.
Everything in Rudamaya is grown organically in Chiapas, Mexico, and then roasted here in Austin, Texas. So it's shade grown, it's whole bean, it's custom roasted daily, and every time you get a drink from us, we're gonna grind the beans right there, and you're gonna get the freshest coffee experience you can have, I believe, in the airport, and I'm kind of a coffee snob myself. Yeah.
And it's certified organic. You can see it on all the labels, and I want to make sure we talk about that because you can kind of buy and take with these bean bags up front.
Oh yeah, they're great for gifts if you just need to grab a gift from the airport, or great to just stock up on quality coffee for yourself. I always keep a bunch at home for myself because I definitely need them for working.
Once you've worked here, you know.
Even before I was working here, I knew this was the place to go for coffee.
This is the place to go, and in fact, you've put together a little espresso with Rudamaya Coffee. Yeah. So cheers to you, my friend.
Rosie.
Come hungry, leave caffeinated, and most of all, eat local at AUS. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Bergstrom International Airport's food and retail program, Beats, Bites, and Flights. This segment is sponsored by Plexiderm. Good morning, everybody. Hey, we have a birthday every single year, and I think it's on that day that you really start thinking, oh no, the time is passing. But that may not necessarily be the reason that you're looking a little bit older when you take a little peek in the mirror. It's a virtual world. We're just seeing a whole lot more of ourselves nowadays. And nobody knows that better than our friend Scott DeFalco, who's going to tell us a little bit more about Plexiderm this morning. Scott, hello.
Rosie, great to be with you. Yeah, those birthdays, they seem to come quicker every year. The number goes up, and people have the misconception that just because they're getting older, or maybe that they have too many wrinkles, that they can't deal with them. And that's just not true. With Plexiderm's new rapid reduction serum, we're going to reduce the appearance of all the key signs of aging in less than 10 minutes, Rosie. It is the in the moment, I need results now product, and it's completely topical. That's why people love it, but we're gonna jump right into the before and after pictures so people can see how effective this product will be.
Absolutely. In fact, this is one of my favorite things to do is like, when you're on Amazon or something like that, I want to see the before and afters. So this is going to be one of my favorite versions.
The proof isn't in the pudding, it's in the pictures.
It's in the pictures. Okay, we got Laura, we got Benny, we got Rose.
Three lovely ladies right here that are dealing with issues, especially around the mouth. You can see it with Penny, and you can imagine how she felt after she put Plexiderm's rapid reduction serum on. I mean, it's a dramatic improvement, and to see it on your screen is pretty amazing, but to be there and witness it in person like I was, Rosie, it's mind-blowing. The people feel so much better about themselves, and all they do is put a small amount on that problem area, wait 10 minutes, and they're seeing the results you're seeing on the screen.
Absolutely. It's incredible that that's not retouched. It's incredible that we're just talking product photos. It's crazy stuff. Let's talk about Maria, Rita, Samantha.
This is actually my favorite montage, Rosie, because the reason why people originally turned to Plexiderm was for the three-dimensional bag. Now, these are three different ladies in three completely different age groups, spanning about 25 years. They have the dark circles, they have the under eye bags, but it didn't matter how old or young they were or the issues that they had. You can see what Plexiderm did for them. It completely got rid of the dark circles and the under eye bag. So people can get these issues at any age, really, even in their 20s, depending on genetics, lifestyle choices. Maybe they have allergies, didn't get enough sleep, but it does not matter with Plexiderm. It does not discriminate. We take care of all age groups for men and women.
I'm glad you brought up men as well, because our next montage includes Mona, Carol, and now we've got a man in the mix. We've got Don.
My guy, Don, I love Don, and he had the forehead lines that he was dealing with, the deep set forehead lines, Mona with the under eye bags, and Carol with the laugh lines around her eyes and those crow's feet. I want to talk to the guys right now, Rosie, because there's a misconception out there, again, for the men that, they can't get female products, or, that they shouldn't use them and this and that. That is out the window, fellas. It's okay for you to take care of yourself and look better. And for that, you're going to want to use products like this, or what people normally refer to as women's products. They're not just for women, they're for everybody. The men make up a big part of our fan base with Plexiderm, because with our new serum, it goes on clear. So there's no chalky white residue, so men can put it on. It's like a moisturizer. It goes right into your skin. So that's one of the reasons why men love it. And for the females out there, the number one question I get, the number one question I get is, do you have any free samples? And the second question I get is, does this work with makeup? And again, it works great with makeup because it goes on clear. So ladies, if you're watching right now, put Plexiderm on a clean, dry face, wait 10 minutes, then use oil-free makeup as normal. I want to stress that, because anything that has oil in it will counteract the effectiveness of Plexiderm. So put on oil-free makeup, and you're going to get up to 10 hours with the results, Rosie. That's another thing people love about this product.
Amazing. Okay, our last little set here, Ellen, Robin, Jill.
These are three different ladies again. This is a perfect example of how Plexiderm's new serum is working on all the key signs of aging. They had more than one issue they were dealing with. So it's not just the under eye bag. Again, it's the forehead lines, it's the crow's feet, it's those pesky laugh lines around your mouth, and also a real underappreciated part of your body that with aging is an issue, Rosie, loose skin under your neck. That's a big one. And the reason why this serum is so effective is because we've added peptides and collagen to the formula. So we're talking moisture in your skin, we're talking firmness. That's why you're seeing that nice, youthful, glowing look in the before and afters. And again, that's why this product is lasting so long, up to 10 hours with the results. As I stated earlier, that's because of the collagen we put in the new formula.
Let's talk about other reasons why Plexiderm has such a huge fan base.
Number one, for me, or at least from what I've heard, completely topical. No painful injections or expensive doctor visits. People don't have to go through that. There's three things in life I'm afraid of, Rosie. Number one is sharks. Number two are snakes. Number three are needles. So when you look online and they say, oh, you can do minimally invasive procedures, Anything that involves putting a needle into my face is majorly invasive. So the fact that we don't have to do that with this product is the number one thing people love about it the most. The fact that it works so quickly and the fact that it lasts so long. That's really what's differentiating this product.
Not only that, you guys always try to make it special. You have something special going on right now.
This is our biggest discount ever. So this is the Plexiderm 6 application trial pack. Okay, I'm holding it in my hand right here. You can see the 6 applications. So right now, Rosie, this is $14.95 plus free shipping with a 30-day money-back guarantee from the day you receive it. But trust me, you're not going to need to use that. You're going to love this product. We also, if you want to just dive into getting a full bottle, we have 50% off a full bottle of Plexiderm, or maybe if you've been a user before and want to start up again. It's really 2 different options that are great. But this trial pack, if you just want to try to see how effective it'll be for you, it's very affordable. Again, $14.95 plus free shipping. The only way to get that deal is to call that 1-800 number that's right there on your screen. That's 1-800-727-6719. You are a phone call away from forgetting about the number on your birthday. You're going to look 10 to 20 years younger in just 10 minutes.
Makes it easy to say yes, Scott. We always appreciate your time and your charisma. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to be with you as always, Rosie.
You can try Plexiderm today for just $14.95 with no automatic shipping by visiting plexidermtrial.com or by calling 1-800-727-6719. You will also receive free shipping by ordering right now. Again, go to plexidermtrial.com or call 1-800-727-6719. This segment is sponsored by Plexiderm. Welcome back, everybody. A little something salty to go with a great glass of wine is a classic pairing. Local boutique winery Coleman Estate has award-winning wines, but their herbed almonds have garnered an almost cult-like following. They are so good. I will attest, I've had them before. They're wonderful. Richard Foster is joining us today to tell us all about them. Richard, welcome back.
Hey, welcome. Glad to be back. Second time in a month. It's great.
Yeah, I can't believe how much has happened since the last time.
A lot has happened.
We're
on the precipice of starting harvest. There was a flood a couple weeks ago. It has changed.
It has changed. And in fact, that's actually kind of the first point we want to cover here is that you were telling me off camera, please let's encourage people to get out to our Texas Hill Country wineries.
Absolutely.
Because the foot traffic right now is really low.
It is. It's really low, and we're not sure why. I think there's a lot of speculation on why traffic. Kids are going back to school. We just had a flood not too long ago. But I will tell you, the city of Fredericksburg is thriving. We are taking visitors, and if you wanted to see wine country at its kind of full plumage, now is when you need to be visiting us. Some places are starting harvest this week. Others are going to start in the next couple of weeks. Now, if you want to see fruit on the vine, now is the time to visit.
In fact, you guys just started harvest today.
We did, yeah. We're starting a harvest tonight. We're starting working for our sparkling wine production, but then we'll start in all the white wines. We'll start here in the next week or so.
Mm-hmm. And so you say when people tend to come is the fall, and they think the weather's so nice and all this, but this is past harvest season.
It is, yeah. People, I hear a lot. People get here in October, November. The weather's really great. We want to sit outside. We can finally relax. Where's the fruit? Where's the vines look like they've been picked? Yeah, we had harvest in August. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see wine country at kind of its full bloom, now is when you need to come. And we've had great weather. So the weather's been really great the last few weeks outside of the rain. So come visit now. It's not too humid right now. It's still at not 100 degrees.
I know, I was going to say, I've been out there when it's 104. And as you were saying, a little bit about the speculation is that because, unfortunately, of that really terrible flooding, people might be making assumptions about what vineyards are looking like.
Absolutely.
And
I
that's
think
not the case.
Our neighboring community in Kerrville obviously had a big disaster there, but the city of Fredericksburg and all the vineyard sites actually fared really well for the most part. The fruit got oversaturated, but everything is really good. Everything is in full bloom. Everything is bright and vibrant right now in the Hill Country, and everything is fully accessible. So come visit the Hill Country. About an hour and a half from downtown Austin. So you can do a day trip. You could do an overnight trip really easily. There's plenty of short-term rentals you can get in town.
I love a weekend away in Fredericksburg. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about how you guys became the almond people. What happened here?
Yeah. So Heath Family Brands acquired Coleman Estates about a year ago. They had a small kind of niche market with these herb almonds. We felt there was an opportunity to expand, so I kind of tasked myself with the opportunity to grow this side of the business. So what we've done, we have taken Marcona almonds we've sourced from a producer out of Spain. We have blended them with an herbs de Provence that we source from there in France, have them shipped over and imported. And so we blend two things together with a couple of other kind of secret ingredients, if you will. And then we offer them up for any guests who visit us. You can purchase them online, but we think that there's a great accoutrement to enjoying any of our wines.
Yeah, they are absolutely delicious and also make a fantastic gift.
Absolutely.
So you can like purchase a bag, walk away, or you can even get one delivered to your house.
Absolutely. Have them delivered to your house, go online, have it shipped. So if you wanted to do like a gift, you can do something like that, have it shipped out to somewhere, or stop in one of our locations and pick some up.
Well, I'm glad you brought up your locations because renovations are finishing.
Yes,
at Coleman.
we are about a month out on finishing renovations on the K Bistro, so we should have everything live there around the first part of September with a whole new menu separate from our stouts offering that we offer at Great Creek.
Yeah, and not only that, if people become members, they get access to a bunch of fun stuff.
They do. We sell about 90% of our wines go directly to our wine club members, so we save some of our most precious spaces for those members so they know when they visit with us, they do have a seat on our patios and in our restaurants. So we have that available for them to come visit with us. So we'll have that here in about a month.
Oh, sounds exciting. Okay, you brought a couple of wines today to show off to me.
Absolutely.
One of each, kind of.
Absolutely, a little red, white, rosé is what I like to say.
Red, white, rosé. I'm going to have to use that phrase. Let's start with the rosé. Just talk to me a little bit about it.
So this is going to be a rosé of Syrah. So we do kind of a classic French style of the Syrah rosé, if you will. Going to have a little more fruit forwardness than maybe would be like a Provence style rosé, but some really bright red fruit notes. Put it in the refrigerator, chill it, enjoy it by the pool, have it with some great lunches, chicken salad sandwiches, herbed Marcona almonds, make great pairings for rosé.
That sounds really good to me. When I hear Syrah, I normally think a little bit more syrupy, a little bit more sweet.
You
Is
do.
that what
So
we're...
this one is not fully dry, no residual sugar on those wines at all. In fact, all of our Coleman Estate wines are going to be on the dry style. So we're not going to produce a sweet wine on there. We felt that there was an opportunity for us to kind of key in on some really specific varietals like Syrah and like our Semillon and our white wine that we're going to do, which is a classic style you see blended with Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc, okay, and then of course a Cab Sav.
Yes, we're going to bring our Cab
favorite.
Sav. This is the most award-winning, so we just got back from some competitions this fall and early summer. This specific wine is going to be our Cabernet that we have coming from Red Lake County. We also do an adjacent one called Alexander as well. Both award-winning Cabernets in their first inaugural vintage with us.
Oh, very exciting. Yeah, so many cool things going on.
It is. There's a lot. That's why I tell people, visit now. Don't wait. Come visit now. See what things are going on. Drink Texas wine is what I like to tell people. Visit your local wineries. Support local. We're all family owned here in Texas.
I like it, Richard. Thank you. All right, guys, head to ColemanEstate.com to learn more today. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Children's Center of Austin, Plexiderm, and AARP.